Wow. I bet that the neighborhood that Jesus lived in was kind of like the neighborhoods I lived in growing up, because I see that on the cover of the weekly, there's this picture of a palm tree. And it looks like maybe he had those. I had palm trees where I lived growing up because it was very, very warm. Did you look at the pictures that I made for you of different neighborhoods? There was the suburban neighborhood that had mailboxes and cars. And there was this city neighborhood. It's made up of brownstone apartment buildings. I couldn't see any mailboxes in this one. I do see street signs. One of them says Appleton Street. What about this neighborhood? Well, this neighborhood's definitely like mine in some ways. I mean, it has all that snow, but I don't live in a house. I live in an apartment. How about this neighborhood? I can imagine living in a big, tall apartment building like that. And they have palm trees, just like the neighborhood I grew up in. I tell you though, I sure like my snow now. It's fun to go outside and get a cup of snow. Well, there are all different kinds of neighborhoods, and now I'm going to tell you a story about two boys who lived in two very different neighborhoods. One neighborhood with snow and one neighborhood down in Florida with flowers and palm trees. The story is called Patrick's Neighborhood. Listen and see if you can hear what's alike and what's different about their neighborhoods. Patrick Cullen lives in Calgary, Canada. His favorite cousin, Christopher, lives in Florida. One day, Patrick's mom called Christopher's mom, and when they got done talking, Patrick got to talk to Christopher. "What did you do today?" Patrick asked Christopher. "We had fun," Christopher said. "It was cleanup day in our neighborhood. Dad mowed lawns for people. Mom and her friends had a garage sale in our garage. I got to paint a fence for Mrs. Lopez. Robbie and Abby planted flowers on the street corners and in the park. We get to water them so they will grow." "I wish I could paint a fence," said Patrick. "It was fun," said Christopher. "Afterwards, we had a big picnic with hot dogs, s'mores, and lots of ice cream. I got a prize for making a poster about keeping our neighborhood clean. They hung my poster in our community center." "That's cool," said Patrick. After he hung up the phone, Patrick told his mom about the neighborhood party in Florida. "Can we have a party like that?" Patrick asked. "Sure," said his mom. "We'll have a winter party with snow instead of flowers." So Patrick's neighborhood had the first annual Winter Fix-Up Cleanup Day. They shoveled away the big piles of snow on the street corners, and the big kids chopped up the ice that was making sidewalks slippery, and picked up paper that had blown into snowy yards. The children shook heavy snow from the tree branches and from the bushes. They filled the bird feeders and hung little balls of suet for the cardinals to eat. Each family made a snowman for the snowman contest. When the work was finished, everyone gathered in the community center for hot cocoa and marshmallows. Anita McNowen played the piano and everyone sang snow songs. Patrick's family won first prize for their snowman. When Patrick went to bed that night, his mom said, "I'm proud of you, Patrick. You helped make our neighborhood a happy, caring place to live. Tomorrow, we will call Florida and tell Christopher about our neighborhood." So what things did you hear that were alike and that were different about those two neighborhoods?